Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next topic. Okay, so the topic is designing a counter. Okay, so when we talk in with respect to gate, so the major advantage is so there is no need of any kind of drawing, right? So it's an MCQ based question. So the major advantage is even if you do not learn how to design the counters exactly, it is okay, because if you are able to understand the logic using the diagram in options A, B, C, D, you will be having the diagrams only. So if you observe the logic there, you can identify which is it the required one or not. So in that way also you can solve. Okay, but even designing is also easy. So anyway, we'll be taking an example in this lecture, guys. Okay, yes. Okay, so design a counter. Okay, and he clearly gave we need to use a T counter, guys. Okay, and the counting sequence he gave 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so let me take a small piece of paper so that we can solve it. Okay, yes. So the only thing which he gave is he gave the counting sequence as a 0, 1, 2 and 3, right? And from 3 it comes back to 0. Nice. Okay, and he also informed that we need to use a T flip-flop, right? Yes. So let us start. So let us assume the present states here, the next states here. Okay, so we already know these values, right? So let me write it down. Q1n, Q nod n. So in simple words, this is a nothing but a Q1's n, guys. This is a Q naughts n. Okay, this is a Q1's n plus 1. This is a Q naughts n plus 1. So anyway, for our easy understanding, I'll be using this above representation only, like present and next. Okay, yes. So this will be having the combination, right? So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so from 0 it is going to 0, 1 state. So this is nothing but 0, 1. From 0, 1 it is going to 2. That is a 1, 0. Okay, from 1, 0, that is a 2, it is going to 3. So it is going to 1, 1. So from 1 it is going to 0, 0. Okay, so this is our thing, right? So this is given in the question indirectly. So with that single statement, he gave this much information. Okay, but one thing that we should remember is here he told that we need to use a T flip-flop. Okay, so if you recall in our last lecture, okay, I clearly told that how many states we are having, that many flip-flops you will have. So here we are having two different sets, right? So we are having Q0 and Q1. So again here we are having T1 and T0. Two flip-flops. Okay, so now your question will be, okay, so now we understood it, but what next? So if you recall, what is the characteristic equation of a T, guys? So it is a nothing but Q's n plus 1 is equals to T XOR Q's n, right? Yes. So in simple words, you can write it as a Q's next is equals to T XOR Q's present, right? Yes. So we already know the next value and present value. So our only requirement is a T, right? Yes. So if you write for this, the equation will look like this, right? So Q1's next is equals to T XOR Q present, Q1's present. So if you observe based on these two values, what will be the value of T we can identify, right? Okay, so if you apply 0 XOR something to get 0, means this is indirectly 0, right? Yes. Similarly, if you try to apply, so the result should be 1, and here we are having 0. So 0 XOR something, result should be 1. So it should be in odd count, so it will be 1. Similarly, 1 XOR something equal to 1, means it should be 0, right? Yes. So 1 XOR something equal to 0, means it should be 1. Okay, so now you got the idea, right? So how exactly I have written it. Similarly for this, so 0 XOR something should equal to 1, so it is 1. 1 XOR something should be equal to 0, means that is also 1. Okay, 0 XOR something should equal to 1, so this is also 1. 1 XOR 0 equal to 1, so it should also be equal to 1, right? Yes. So this, using this simple formula, we have filled the table, right? Yes. So if you observe the table carefully, there are many hints in the table, guys. I think you observed it, right? So this column is exactly matching with this column, and this whole column is 1 itself. There is nothing in it, right? Yes. So basically, T node is equals to 1 and T1 is equals to Q node's present, right? Yes. So now we got the equations, right? So now our goal is to build the flip-flop. Okay, so just give me a second guys, I'll be taking a piece of paper. Oh, okay, so I found a small piece of paper, so it will be sufficient here guys. Okay, yes. So the first thing is the input of T naught is 1, right? Okay, so let me draw a flip-flop. That is a T flip-flop which is having T naught, and the output is a Q naught and Q naught bar. Okay, so this is our output, this is our output, and this is the input. So we clearly know that the input is a 1, means it is indirectly plus a 5 volts, right? If you recall, yes. So this is a plus a 5 volts. That's really nice. Okay, so now moving on to this. So T1 is equals to Q naught present. Okay, so T1 is nothing but depending on, so let us write the T1s here. So it will give Q1 and a Q1 bar, right? Yes, so it will give two outputs. We clearly know that T1's input is nothing but Q naught's present. So it will look in this way, right? Yes. So here we are discussing about synchronous counters. So the single clock will be there, right? So this is the diagram for our counting sequence 0, 1, 2, 3 and 0. So that is the exact counting sequence for this. So if you are having any kind of doubt, you can solve this guys. So from this find the counting sequence. So with that you can conclude that this is diagram is correct. Okay. Yes. So now I hope everyone got a clear idea, right? So how exactly, okay. So how exactly you can design a counter when a sequence is given, and when he says that which counter to use. Okay. Yes. So now I hope everyone got an idea, right? Yes. Okay, so in the next lecture, let us discuss an example of a asynchronous counter. So I told you, right? So when the clock is not same, so here if you observe, here this is getting the clock, but this clock is nothing but the output of this, right? So in this situation, how we need to solve the questions, we'll be discussing about them. There are few prerequisites on this guys, so that's the reason why this topic has been added. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got a clear idea with respect to normal counters, that is synchronous counters, how to design and how to find the counting sequence. So we discussed both of them guys. Okay, yes. So in the next lecture, let us discuss about asynchronous counters. Okay, yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.